everybody. I am here to present my final portfolio for my brand, HANSTUDIO. So my mission statement, as you can see, how I'm passionate about creating innovative and emotionally engaging, well-strategized designs, specifically in the fashion, luxury, and lifestyle sectors. So the way this appeals to a commercial audience is that my brand image is built on modern sophistication, clean visuals, and purpose-driven design, qualities that directly resonate with commercial clients looking for clarity, consistency, and strong visual communications. And by emphasizing strategic branding, cohesive aesthetics, and a polished creative style, my brand presents itself as a reliable, professional, and adaptable brand across all industries, but specifically the lifestyle, fashion, and luxury sectors. Commercial audiences are usually drawn to the way that those fuse creativity with strategy, and I like to ensure that every design not only looks elevated, but also supports the goals of that business, such as brand recognition, customer engagement, and market differentiation. The clear alignment between design and commercial impact positions my brand as a valuable partner for companies seeking high-quality, compelling visual solutions. And my designer statement, you can kind of see, is my mission statement. So, again, I'm passionate about creative, innovative, and emotionally engaging, strategized designs, and driven for my love of fashion, photography, and modern design. I love creating captivating campaigns, textiles, and branded materials that exude authenticity, connection, and sophisticated communication. So there is my newsletter that I did for the Smithsonian. So I pulled a lot of the interesting art pieces that they have and kind of gave a synopsis to what the Smithsonian is and how they're one of the largest nonprofits in the world and how they share those funds through creative outlets such as art, textile, design, statue creation. They do all the things, research. So the concept was to use clear structure, balanced typography, and support imagery to organize information in a visually engaging way for this newsletter. And the purpose was to communicate details, event details, or announcements in a format that's easy to read and visually appealing, making it content. Sorry, I was about to say making the connect, but no, we're not making the connect. We're making the content more accessible to a broad audience. So there's my infographic poster for Peloton. I wanted to pick a company that is very modern on their design. So the concept for that is to use unity, directional flow, and consistent shapes to simplify the complex information in an easy to follow visual story, as Peloton does so many things. And even though they are in the fitness sector, the way that they are able to structure the community of Peloton is what makes them stand out over others. So the purpose of this was to educate viewers quickly by presenting the key data and concepts through visuals that enhance the comprehension and retention of Peloton. Like the headline, Unlock Your Potential, and how do we do that? By balance, community, innovation, technology. So that's what Peloton is all about, and that's what this poster displays. My web banner and newsletter is for a company I made up, Empire Solutions. It is a roofing company. They do all sorts of things, fixing storm damage. So the concept for that design itself was using form, contrast, repetition, and color harmony to create the digital assets that feel cohesive and can be displayed across multiple platforms such as Google, Facebook, and on their website. The purpose was to support the online marketing campaigns by providing the eye-catching banners and newsletter visuals to drive that attention, engagement, and brand consistency for Empire Solutions. My trifold brochure for the Boston Terrier Rescue of East Tennessee. The concept here was to prioritize the balance, variety, proximity, and imagery to guide the reader naturally from panel to panel. If you imagine this, folded up, you would open it up and you would see a different story than what you see on the outside. That's how you keep the user engaged, and that's how you have them keep the brochure itself. A lot of things are digital nowadays, so having a tangible item is very hard to keep viewers interested in. So the purpose for this was to provide an informative, easy to navigate print piece that introduces the services, highlights the key details, and supports the promotional goals. Next is my beverage labels. Simple Sip is the brand that I made for this. So these labels are used to design scale, shape, variety, and emphasis to create a packaging that feels modern, fresh, and shelf-ready. So this would appeal to more of the health-conscious, younger generation, those who are into the Olipop and Poppy, those sort of brands, as they don't want to drink soda, but they do want that same pop and refreshment that you would typically get elsewhere. The purpose of this was to build product recognition and attract the consumers through visually appealing labels that clearly communicate the flavor, brand identity, and essential information. As you can see down here on the labels themselves, I tried to create the fruit that matches the flavor of that can. So you can see we have the raspberry on the raspberry, the blackberry on the blackberry, and then I did a pear because, drawing ginger just didn't seem like people would really resonate with ginger. It just, when you look at ginger, usually you're not like, okay, but a pear, you're like, that looks like a pear. So that is my labels. Kotobuki website. So this is a website design that I did in Adobe XD either last semester or the semester before that. So the concept here was to design the website to incorporate clean typography, hierarchy, white space, and a directional flow to create a minimalist and upscale digital look. So this restaurant itself serves Asian cuisine, and we wanted to make it seem like more of a modern, upscale sort of ambiance here. So the purpose was to provide users with a smooth, intuitive browsing experience while showcasing the restaurant's brand, menu, and story in a visually polished way. As you can see, we have photos of what the food looks like. We have images of inside the restaurant and overlooking the city. So that is what we created with this website, is stepping into the world of Kotobuki and wanting the consumer to come join us in person and see what it's all about. So here's my cover page, HANSTUDIO. Here are my social links, website, email address. Thank you guys so much. I love this project. I love creating a brand that I could see myself kind of pursuing in the future. So I think it's really exciting. Thank you guys so much.